Sometimes there is another fitna. They say that if anything is mentioned in connection of India and Pakistan, there are some people, they just, on the name of India and Pakistan, they just reject it. All of these Aimma were known Arabs who propagated deen and who created ilm. And India has been one of the greatest seeds of learning and science of hadith. Because in very early days, there was a connection between the companions with India. The first army, the first soldiers, the companions, they entered into the boundaries of Lahore in 41 of Hijrah. Just 31 years after the death of Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And this was the first year of the government of Umayyad's government. Only 1 year after the end of Khilafah al-Rashidah. In 41 I am talking. In 41, the companion Sahaba of Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the Tabi'een, they in the form of army, they entered into the boundaries of Lahore. And much before that, in 16, during the days of Sayyidina Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, the companions of Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I am talking of 16, just 6 years after Holy Prophet's demise. In the period of Sayyidina Umar radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, the first army of Islam under the command of Abdullah Amr bin al-As, they entered into the boundaries of present-day Pakistan. Although this name was not there, the whole of this part was India. But through Iraq and Iran, and through Balochistan and Khuzdar, they entered into the boundaries and territory of Pakistan. And they came up to Karachi and Sindh. 16 Hijrah. This is not matter of Muhammad bin Qasim, although he entered here and came in 94. But this was not first contact of companions with Indian subcontinent. When he came, he just established the Islamic government and Islamic state. He established the Islamic state and Islamic government. But the first contact of companions of Holy Prophet with Indian subcontinent took place in 16 Hijrah, in the early days of Caliphate, Orthodox Caliphate. And before that, 5 companions, Sahaba, were sent by Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, were sent for propagation of Islam to present-day Pakistan, I mean Sindh. Holy Prophet ﷺ sent some companions for Islamic preaching. So there were many great Imams belonging to this part of the world. I want to quote something from Muqaddimah of Imam Ibn Salah. Although it is not directly related to the subject of science of hadith, but it is to dispel some other kind of misunderstandings. And all these Imams which I have quoted, their Aqidah was Ahlus Sunnah, and they believed in awliya, and they believed in Mawlid, Milad, and they believed their faith and Aqidah was, our faith and Aqidah is 100% in accordance with the Aqidah of all these Imams. But this reality can only be appreciated by a person who will go through their books. And if there are some people and scholars and speakers, they don't need to go through their books, they don't need to study, they don't need to read, and just they give the speech, they deliver the speech, and they become angry. And out of anger, they just keep on giving verdicts and fatwas without going through their writings. Then what we can say? I am quoting a specific reference from Imam Ibn Salah, Muqaddimah. And this is very interesting. Page 236. I never read in my life in any other book if anybody else had never mentioned and quoted this reference which I am giving to you now. This is just outcome of my own studies. He has fixed a chapter on Marifatu Awtanir Ruwat wa Buldanihim. There is a chapter on the various cities and the transmitters belonging to various cities. There he mentions Imam Abu Hafs Umar bin Muhammad bin Ma'mar, Imam Ibn Salah. He mentions that how the riwayah of Sahih Muslim came down to us, how Sahih Muslim was transmitted and transformed to us. And he mentions Ana Faqihul Haram, Haddas Amba Ana Faqihul Haram, Masjidul Haram, Abu Abdullah bin al-Fazl al-Farawi. And he is the Shaykh of Imam Nawawi, yani from Shuyukh of Imam Nawawi, the third generation, Shuyukh, among the Shuyukh of Imam Nawawi. Imam Ibn Salah is quoting that this thing has been reported by Imam Abu Abdullah bin al-Fadl al-Farawi. He says that I read Sahih Muslim under my Shaykh. I did Qira'ah of Sahih Muslim and he did Sama from me and I did Qira'ah on him from him and got Ijazah of Sahih Muslim. And for this purpose, my Shaykh Imam Farawi says, my Shaykh took me to the grave of Imam Muslim and I did Qira'ah of Jami' as-Sahih al-Muslim on the grave of Imam Muslim. He says it happened 2 times. لذلك مرة على رأس قبر Muslim ibn al-Hajjaj. One time I did Qira'ah of Sahih Muslim sitting on the towards the head in the grave of Imam Muslim, on the head side. And second times he again says in the qabr Muslim and Aidan. Second time again we sat at the qabr of the grave of Imam Muslim and we did Qira'ah of Sahih Muslim and got Ijazah. The question is, if going to the Qubur and going to the graves of A'immah is a bid'ah, then what they were doing there on the grave of Imam Muslim? Was Qira'ah of Sahih Muslim not possible in a mosque? The Qira'ah of Sahih Muslim was not possible in the halaqah of ilm. The A'immah and Shuyukh who reported Sahih Muslim to us and who are the authorities and the reliable sources, the chains on which everything relies upon, they, for the purpose of reciting, reading the Jami' as-Sahih lil-Muslim, they are going on the grave of Imam Muslim. Why? To get the barakah from the grave of Imam Muslim. To get the barakah of Imam Muslim through his grave. This was the AQEEDA of Imam Ibn Salah, the A'immah of Usul al-Hadith.